Good stuff. Anyway, good morning, y'all. We have finally got to the point where we're ready to reveal our pantry makeover. Now, this is something we did quite some time ago. It's now February, and we redid the pantry in November. If this was right around the time that we went to the Lions game and right around Halloween, Thanksgiving, right around that time. But the only reason we didn't put it out is we felt that organization is something that's more looked at the top of the year. That's when search results are a little bit better. And plus, people are getting ready for the holiday season at the time that we completed this pantry. It was right around, like I said, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and leading up into, the holiday season. Plus, we needed to figure out what we needed to organize it based on the reconfiguration of it, because it was a complete redo. So the clip that I'm about to show you guys is actually recorded back in November, and it shows when Diego, the same guy that did the fireplace transformation here with the floating shelves and the floating cabinets, he redid the pantry as well. So I'm gonna let y'all watch that video again. Like I said, it's from November. I'm gonna enjoy this cup of coffee real quick, and then once y'all done watching that, I'll get back and explain what we're about to do. So y'all enjoy. And a couple home projects we have going on. So tomorrow we're going to redo the pantry, and I'm going to show you all the before. No judgment though. So let me turn this camera on. All right, so this is the pantry as it is currently constructed. Now, there was a lot more organization in here before now, but we go grocery shopping, the kids help put up the groceries, and they never put things back where they're supposed to be. And this is, I won't say builder grade, because a lot of builders put in like wire racks and stuff, so there's actual wood in here, but we want to take it to the next level, to have it more customized to our family and what we typically use and have. So we're having a carpenter come in and completely redo the entire pantry, and to make it more functional for us. So this is the before, and we should be able to do the big reveal as far as the after tomorrow, and then we probably over the next couple of weeks organize it. But today is demo day for the pantry. Actually working on it now. Turn this around. So already starting to demo and take out the existing shelves. And my guy, he's a pretty fast worker. Like him and his crew, they probably be done. It's 9 o'clock now, with 12 on. So usually probably about 2 o'clock before we leave to go get the kids, they'll probably be done. All right, so as y'all can see, the pantry, the way it was before, was in total disarray. Like I said, it's a good quality shelf. I mean, it was a good quality pantry, but we just wanted something with a little bit more style, form, and function, right? So when I brought the idea to Diego, one of the things that was important was to get more counter space and then also more vertical space. And I'm going to take y'all in here and show y'all what it looks like now, because what you didn't see was the finished product once they finished building it out, and then also the staining process. So we didn't do it painted, we did it stained. Again, I'm going to show you here in a second. Now, if you guys remember, this right here, I stained that myself. Went to Home Depot, got some sponges, gloves, all kind of stuff. And because it's such an open area, I had no problem doing it myself. It just took a couple days, maybe a little bit longer, I can't remember. And I just took my time doing it. You guys saw it in the video. Now, the pantry, because it's a tighter space, I personally didn't feel like doing it. Like, I didn't feel like being so careful with taping off the walls and doing all the things that you need to do to prepare it. It's something I just wasn't looking to do. So I actually reached out to one of my guys that has a painting company, and he came and painted the wall and stained the cabinet. Now, the part that we did not anticipate When I did this myself, it was a brush on type stain, right? And they did a spray stain in here. We did not anticipate the smell, y'all. It was absolutely horrible. And this was, yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving because we remember saying like the smell was somewhat out by Thanksgiving. So if you ever been into a home when they're painting the cabinets or staining, that strong, almost like acetone smell, it was so strong throughout the whole house. And even though we have like tall ceilings and great flow and airflow throughout the house, it was terrible. We ended up going to buy some air purifiers to see if that would help. But unfortunately, with the type of fumes it is, I think VOCs or something like that, air purifiers do absolutely nothing for us. So we had to deal with that for like, it felt like strong, a good 4 or 5 days. And then it started to go away slowly but surely after that. But it looks beautiful. We love it. And we have been quasi using it since then. So we had to take everything out, put it in boxes, right? And then we were trying to live out of the boxes because, you know, we had to buy the stuff and get it organized. But then, like I said, the holiday season, a Halloween party, then Christmas. So we just didn't have the time. So we eventually started to put some stuff back in the pantry. Then it became disorganized. So just last night, me, the boys, Zuri, because y'all Missy's still not feeling good. So send her y'all healing energy and prayers. Hopefully she'll be back on her feet in the next couple of days or so. But we all took everything out the pantry. It's Halloween stuff. It's Christmas stuff still in there. So we got everything out and it looks clean behind me. But in front of me, y'all, it's a complete mess. Even in the dining room. So we got everything out so I can show y'all what it looks like from the before and the after. And now that we got all our jars, they've been cleaned and everything, so we can go ahead and stylize and get everything organized, at least the best way I know how, because this is kind of all on me. And you know, Missy will come in and do her thing and rearrange and make corrections and take it to that next level as always. But for now, it's all on me. She let me order everything. She let me pick everything. So she pretty much was hands off. So I was shocked, but I think it's going to turn out good. So anyway, let me show y'all the pantry. All right, y'all. So behind this door is the pantry makeover. But first things first, I want to show y'all this. A lot of y'all haven't seen this before. So this is a smart lock that we have put on the pantry. Now this, it has, let me see if I can get it to light up. So you can either unlock this with a code, fingerprint. If you pop this out, there's a key that you can put in here. And they also have like little tags that you, in our NFID, near field, NFC tags that you can put up here and unlock it. So if I put, it will open up the pantry. Now the reason we did that is we had this for a couple years now, probably not too long after we opened up, after we bought the home. But you know, the littlest ones and some of the older ones, they would just raid the pantry nonstop. So it wasn't more so of a deterrent to keep them out because they all have their own individual fingerprint. But when they unlock it, I can view the history of who opened it and when. Because y'all, we would come into the pantry sometimes and we would see like a bag of chips just open, 90% eaten and just sitting there. We would see, you know, all kind of, we can, if anybody has kids, you know what kids can do. So we was like, okay, if y'all brave enough, we'll be able to track it. Because anytime you asked who did it, it was like, oh, we don't know. It wasn't me. So we put this in and they all got their own fingerprint. So if you come down at 2 in the morning or sneak out at 2 in the morning and come to the pantry, I got you on camera and I got your fingerprint. So, but anyway, here is the full completed undecorated pantry reveal. So we had them take the cabinetry all the way up to the top. And we had the entire inside painted black. So we have more shelving here, this deep corner pantry corner. And then this was actually, it's kind of time kind of show y'all. This door, this was actually Missy's idea. So it's one big long door, but when you open it up, there's 3 separate compartments that we can store stuff in. Now I'm gonna have to get a step ladder because you know y'all girl 4'11" and she can't reach probably past that second shelf here. But it was smart because you don't have to worry about, you can open the door, you can open the access to all of these areas with just one door, which I thought was a genius idea. Like I said, countertop space is something that we definitely wanted. So we have that, not necessarily to put out like coffee bar or anything in here, but just counter space. And then this was something that I definitely wanted. We have the one area in the kitchen that can hold these vertical cookie sheets, baking sheets, cutting boards. So I wanted an additional one to hold more of them because we have a lot. So this was actually so clutch. So happy to have this. So then in addition to that, now we do have to get some hardware because this stuff is hard to open up. So these are all soft closed doors and soft closed hinges. So then we have a couple deep drawers as well. This was the same as that. And over here, we have more cabinet space. And again, really deep corner. We can really store stuff. So yeah, this is it, y'all. This is the review. Now we just have to get some stuff in it. So tell me what y'all think. Do y'all like it? Do y'all like the color? I know a lot of people are starting to get into more warmer tones, especially us. We definitely didn't want to do it all white in here like it was previously. But tell me what y'all think so far. Because now I'm going to show you all the stuff that I got to organize it. And then we're going to put some stuff together and get it together. So let me show y'all real quick. All right, so now that I'm looking at everything, it doesn't seem like a lot. But because it's not a full open pantry, I don't feel like we need a lot of organization. So backstory, just to tell you some of the things that, you know, me and Missy talked about. We didn't want one of those pantries where it's done for the aesthetics and not the function. You know what I mean? So, and I get it for views and stuff like that, but we wanted something that is going to represent what we actually use and keep, and also what the kids use and what they eat, things like that. So we didn't want to do anything for the purposes of making it cute, if that makes sense. But based on what we do have, I know it will be, you know, aesthetically pleasing. Because we've seen too many when we were looking at ideas and trying to figure out how we wanted to reconfigure the pantry, where it's, I can't even really think of an example, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, write in the comments, where it's like, that is just not functional. It's not normal to have whatever the item is sitting here. And you take it out of the package and repackage it. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird sometimes. But it looks beautiful though. No hate whatsoever. The other thing that we didn't want to do is we didn't want to have to over label. Like, we didn't want to have to label things that were obvious. You know what I mean? So, obviously, like flour, sugar, pancake mix, you might want to label those because flour and pancake mix can be, you know, look very similar. But we didn't feel like I needed to label elbow macaroni. Like, we know what that is. Penne pasta, we know what that is. And then two, it locks us into having to always use that particular jar or thing or relabel it, and it becomes too much. So without any further delays, first things first. So I have a total of, how many of these? 6 of these little baskets, and they all just kind of clip together. They come flat, and then you lock them in with these little hinges here. I don't know if y'all can see them. And then there is a space here for a label if you do want to put it on this little cutout right here. These, I forget how much they were, but everything is going to be linked below in the comments, and a link in my bio on Instagram, possibly the link in Missy's Instagram bio as well. And also, like I said, also in the comments on the video, down in the description of this video. So I have a total of 6 of these. And then I personally, like I said, I bought everything. I didn't want to use a lot of acrylic and plastic. In hindsight, it may not look too bad because we have such contrast with the the toffee stain and the black paint. But I did get a couple of acrylic holders, and none of this stuff was bought with specific intention. Like I didn't say, oh, I'm going to put this in here or that in there. I just kind of understood what we needed in general, and we'll see how it goes. So it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. It looks like. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 of these. Are they the same? Are they the same? Nope. Some are bigger than others. So here we go. So this was the most frustrating thing for me to find was canned goods storage. Because anytime you try to find anything, because as you saw, the spaces, the height is pretty tall. And when you just only use that ground level, if you will, it's a ton of wasted space above it. Everything I tried to find that was for canned goods storage was like these, it was either like a glorified spice rack. And my only concern is that the width, so you may have a can where the edge of the can is hanging, the lip is hanging off the edge of the holder, and that creates a space nightmare. The other thing was like these rolling containers where you will pull one can out and then another can will follow. Those only work if you have a bunch of the same can. So if you have a bunch of peas, bunch of corn, mixed vegetables, whatever, and you pull one, but that's not how our canned goods situation looks. When it comes to vegetables, we typically like to use frozen vegetables. I believe they're fresher and better than the canned. Now, we do keep canned goods for, certain emergencies. If things were to go down, power grid, like we had to freeze a few years ago in Texas, so stuff like that. So we try to keep some for sure, and probably need to do a better job at that. But we don't keep a ton of canned goods when it comes to like mixed vegetables. So what I did find at the very last minute when I was searching were these expandable shelves that Aiden and Amir put together for me. So these, it collapsed. If you can see here, it's like a secondary piece here, so it's not one solid piece. And these can expand or contract to fit any width. And then it has these risers here, so you can change how tall it sits in the cabinet. Now, this worked out perfectly because we tested it yesterday, and because we can expand it, it can fit in the cabinet spaces that we have. And then most canned goods, even the taller ones, like the family size soups and stuff like that, cream of chicken, cream mushroom, it can fit right underneath it without expanding this even taller. And it gives us a lot of clearance above it. So these are perfect. I bought 2 of these. I don't know if I'll need additional ones, but I did get 2 of these. And then I got this, and you can see the same. I try to keep everything dark and moody. That's the vibe I was going for, right? So I bought this Lazy Susan just to keep certain condiments on that we readily access. So I have a little spot in there that we'll be able to use this for. Again, everything's going to be linked below. And then I have 4 of these bigger racks. So again, there's label here and it's open right here for, easy access and grab. And yeah, did I get 4? And these are stackable. So you could do 4, you could do 2 each. Again, not quite sure. Probably going to play around with a couple different things to see which one we like better or how I like it better. And Missy, like I said, she's in the room right now. She's not feeling good. So she'll probably see the final reveal and then come up with some, like I said, some other suggestions, if you will, to help bring it to life. But I did like these a lot. These black metal, and they're sturdy too. And lastly, like I said, it's not a lot, but it's a lot if you get what I'm saying. I didn't bring them all over here. I have exactly 12 of these glass containers with the wood sealed top, and they're all different sizes. Let me see here. Move this out the way. So I got this one here. The glass, the glass is really thick, and I like the lid. The suction, or the seal rather, is really strong. So for freshness, then there's some other ones, and I tried to get the ones with all matching tops, but as you can see, some are slightly different, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'll put that down. And I'm just hoping, I'm hoping these don't break. No accidents by me, kids, or Missy, or anybody. So got this one here, and it has a ounce marker. I guess you can see how much you have of whatever you put in here: rice, grain, sugar, whatever. So that's pretty much it. Like very, very simple. We didn't get a lot of little odds and ends and little things, but I think this is all we really need. So now it's time to start putting this together. So let's go. So the thought, wow. Why Aiden puts this shelf in is going to have these two actually be the canned goods shelves. So I'm going to put one here and then the other one here.
This might be too small.
You need the other one?
Yeah. Let me see it. The actual. Is this the one you used to untighten it?
Yeah, that's it. So, what y'all think? Here and here? Or should I go? Yeah, probably here. Okay, that makes sense. All right, go ahead. And what's cool about it, like it can't move forward because the face frame on here, so it's set, like it can't be pulled out by accident. So really like this a lot. All right, let's get the other one. I'm trying to see if we're gonna stay on task, or not task, on schedule, because in my mind I had a certain amount of time I felt like this was gonna take, because I have to go to work today. I have an appointment right at 12. And let's see, it is 9:50. So let's see how long this actually takes.
And this one.
Yeah, so we're gonna put, we're gonna put it right next to it. So it has these little screws right here, again, that you can use it to leverage, use the short end so you can get more leverage. So these little screws, all right, so you can adjust the width by sliding. So you just have to loosen it a little bit, and then maybe a little bit more, and then you can adjust the length of it. You can move it forward too, so you can spin it.
Pretty sure I'm turning it.
No, pull it forward. Now rotate it. Now you can just spin it. So this is going to take a lot longer than anticipated. So I'm going to show you the progress we made so far, and we're going to consider this part one of the pantry organization. And I believe we're going to have a whole series on getting organized, reorganizing the kitchen and some other areas of the house. But for now, let me show you what we did so far. So right now, still tinkering with like placement, but I have a lot of the pastas and grains up here, flour and sugar. Like I said, I obviously label flour and label the sugar because sometimes those can be confusing if myself or Missy isn't the one grabbing it. Here's the canned goods, stacked and organized, and cereal down here, Pop-Tarts, quick access for the littles, potatoes and onions, and snacks galore. It's just a big family, so, and all the kids, well, elementary age kids, they take snacks, not only in their lunch, but they take it take it to class. So they take a snack to school every day. So we try to give them some healthy options, but you already know how that is. This part still needs some work. So I got more stuff in here. I need something that can give me levels in this compartment because there's so much space above that it's not going to get utilized if we don't get something that's going to give me height. So I'm either going to have to build it or buy it, one of the two. So I have nothing up there right now. Nothing here in this cabinet here. And I just have some more junk food and snacks here. Again, still working on the layout, but this is part one. Let me know what y'all think so far. It's coming along good if I do say so myself. To be honest, I really just need Missy to add her little touches to it. So once she's feeling better and she's able to get in here and say, no, do this, do that, because there's so much stuff that's still not in here. So once she gets better, we should be able to bring y'all part two, the final reveal of the pantry. So let me know what y'all think below. Any suggestions that y'all may have or any products that y'all may have that can help with the areas that I talked about, definitely let us know. And we will see y'all next week, hopefully with the final reveal. So see y'all later.